Big debate on the Hill right now about guns and specifically this push to block from being able to purchase guns anyone on the terrorist watch list or on the no-fly list. Senator Susan Collins, a Republican from Maine, has a bill. She says it's a bipartisan bill. You voted against it. It would block sales to those people while also having an appeals process. So if you feel like you're on one of those lists unfairly, you can appeal it. And it would alert the FBI if somebody who had been on one of those lists recently purchases a firearm. Why would you block it? Why would you vote against it?
First of all, there were many elements of that I thought were very good, and I think she worked very hard and did the best she could. But she was actually trying to pass something. And so she had to give in on some things in order to get Democrat votes. I voted for a second proposal by Senator Johnson that encapsulated a lot of what she offered, but improved on the things I wanted to see improved on. The due process is important. For example, it costs today between $10,000 or $15,000 potentially to go to a court of appeals. If you erroneously wind up in a no-fly list or a selectee list, unless you can come up with $10,000 or $15,000 to hire a lawyer, even if you get your fees back up front, it's going to be hard and intimidating to go to a federal court.
The Collins bill would refund that money if you win your case.
But a lot of lawyers want to be paid on the front end, number one. And number two, interacting with a federal court system is a pretty intimidating process. And some of the evidence that was going to be offered against you, if it was classified, you wouldn't be allowed to see it. What it is that they were using against you. So what we're dealing with here, here's what I support. I want to support something that would have prevented what happened in Orlando. And the way to prevent that, I believe, is to have, number one, a better way of not just investigating people, but keeping them on those lists, a way that notifies law enforcement when that has happened, making it harder for people to obtain a gun. But let me be honest with you. If that killer had not been able to get those guns from that store, but he was determined to carry out a jihadist attack, he would have bought a gun from the black market, or he would have built himself a bomb like what you saw in Boston.
We don't know that. We know that he was able to very easily buy a gun, and he used it against 49 of your fellow
and I know, but in Europe it's very difficult to buy a gun, and those killers were able to get them there as well. My point is, a determined criminal or a determined terrorist will be able to get their hands on weapons. That doesn't mean we shouldn't make it harder for them to do it. The key is the notification provision, because what could have happened here, there was a look back, which the Johnson proposal had. Suddenly you have a guy you were looking at for terrorism. You get this alert that he's just bought 2 guns within 3 days, and that might have changed the way the FBI approached it. They might have, and under the law I voted for, we would have been able to arrest him for that.
All right. I have more to ask about this. We have to take a quick break. Pace and Bill, stick around.